City Mayor Jim Hayes took to the stand today in his defense. He talked about how Chris Hayes was in charge of their finances and that any error on their tax returns would not have been his fault. He said he gave the paperwork to his wife and expected her to take care of it. Hayes also testified that although he was on the board of directors for Love Social Services, he had not read the grants received by the center and he had no part in deciding where money should be spent. The prosecution earlier established that the church ran out of money for construction as early as November 2001, and that a check was written from Love Social Services to Lily of the Valley Church for $40,000. Hayes testified that he didn't talk to his wife about the church finances, and he also did not ask her or cause her to write the $40,000 check. He also testified that his wife and the president of the board of directors for Love Social Services came to him and told him that Love Social Services could pay another $40,000 to the church to construct their gym floor. Also, the prosecution verified earlier that Chris Hayes used Love Social Services checks to pay for things for the church, and then Jim Hayes would mark the bills as paid for on loan, expecting to get paid back. However, Jim Hayes testified that he never knew the source of the money and that he thought Chris Hayes used their personal family funds. The prosecution maintains that the amount of evidence they have presented is enough to link Jim Hayes to the fraud of Chris Hayes, but the former city mayor today testified that he had no knowledge of any of Chris Hayes' actions. After calling Hayes to the stand, the defense rested their case. The lawyers will begin presenting their closing arguments tomorrow. For KXD News 13, I'm Micah Johnson.